So if you're a player who's looking to build muscle, shift body fat, or you want to just feel good on game day, this video is going to take you through it. We want to keep it as simple as possible. Nutrition shouldn't be too confusing for you. You know, as a football player, you need to have carbohydrates, particularly around those hard days. So think match day, which is phase 1, and build phase, phase 3. That's the 2 days that you really need to be prepping for high energy output. So before game day, carb load, get more carbs than usual. That's really important. And then the days you're not doing as much, maybe an off day, you can lower the carbs a little bit, and that allows you to have that nice balance throughout the week. And the same goes for calories. Now, this is where a lot of general population material can sort of influence how we think and confuses, because general population don't have these game days to perform for. Think ketogenic diets, low carbohydrate diets. Do they get results? Of course they do, but very often they get results because calories are getting restricted. So I would try and ignore the faddy diets. Not to say they're good or bad or indifferent, I would just focus on the main principles. Getting the calories that you need for your own body weight, getting the protein in that you need for your own body weight, and ensuring you're eating enough carbohydrates around game day, and then filling in the gaps with some fats. So what you're going to do is, you're going to take your body weight in kilograms, and you're going to multiply it by 33. This is the number of calories that you're going to eat every single day and still maintain your body weight. Now, if you want to lose body fat, just take 500 off that number. If you want to build muscle, you add 500 to that number. That's all you need to do. That is the foundation of nutrition, the calories. Then we need to look at proteins, carbs and fats. You need to be hitting around 2 grams per kilogram of body weight of protein. So if you're at 80 kilograms, hit 160 grams per day. Now, you can have a little bit less, and science shows that's still okay. Having more is not going to have that much of a benefit. And the rest of your diet should pretty much be carbohydrates and fats. The days you're training hard, you have more carbohydrates. The days you're training easy, you can have more fats. Again, use the peak performance protocol to guide you. You know, Friday, you're preparing for game day. Shit, I better have more carbohydrates, I've got a game tomorrow. Load up. Saturday, I've got a game today, I need to eat more carbohydrates. Sunday, oh, I've got a day off, I don't really need a lot of carbohydrates. This doesn't mean zero carbs, it just means less. As long as you're hitting your average calorie target over the week, you're laughing. Now you might be thinking, well, how do I know if I'm hitting my target? Well, you need to track it, all right? I know it's a pain in the arse, but if you download something like MyFitnessPal and you just track what you're eating for, say, 28 days, you'll have an amazing awareness of what's in food, what's in meals. Shit, I'm actually eating nowhere near as much as I thought I was. Shit, I'm actually eating way more than I thought I was. So in summary, keep it super simple with nutrition, all right? So let's just look at where you should be right now. You should have 7 days in front of you, Monday to Sunday. You should have the time you're going to the gym, when your game day is, when you're recovering, how it fits in your schedule. Then you should look at, am I trying to build muscle or shift body fat, or am I trying to just maintain? You should know the calories to do that, the protein to do that. You should know, I need to eat carbohydrates in the 36 hours leading into game day. Probably more carbohydrates than you're usually eating. You know you can lower those carbohydrates on off days. You know you have to drink water. You know you have to eat fruit and veg. You know you have to track it to get awareness and consistent and keep yourself accountable, because if you don't, chances are you won't be. For the next video, we're now going to look at how do we change your schedule, and then we're going to look at how do you assess your current fitness levels to know where you need to put all your energy when it comes to the nutrition side of things or the fitness side of things. So join me in the next video and we'll get stuck into all those details.